name's Faye, and I'm addicted to League of Legends. So as this for mean, I went for the obvious choice, the banana goddess herself, Soraka. She was my favorite character, so choosing a skin was a little difficult.
Okay, wait. Let's go for the normal. Let's go for the normal Soraka. Wait, no. Or the Star Guardian, or the Pajama, or the Dawnbringer. I think we're gonna go for Dawnbringer for this one. I think. Probably, maybe, yes. Okay, yeah. We're doing it. Yes, we are. Let's go!
As you can see, I had a really hard time choosing what Soraka skin to draw. I wanted to go for the original Bae, but didn't feel quite inspired. So after looking at all the pretty skins, I decided on my personal favorite, Dawnbringer Soraka. Once I decided on a skin, I hopped onto Clip Studio to start drawing. Also, I imported some reference images of Dawnbringer Soraka to make sure I drew her well. I started by sketching a bit and made sure to admire and praise my wifey before taking this drawing seriously. I mean, ain't she just amazing looking? I mean, wow. Wow, wait, Soraka, you're so pretty. Okay, so back to business. I had a bit of a hard time finding an idea for this illustration. I knew I wanted to draw her in all her majesticness, but for some reason I couldn't find any ideas. I didn't know if I wanted to draw her in any interesting poses or just get her likeness on the canvas. So I guess I did what I usually do. I just drew her portrait, made it look as much like her with her big glossy eyes, her cute little perky nose, and those soft, luscious kissable lips. Jokes aside, I had a lot of fun doing this illustration. I basically just sketched her face, made sure everything looked good and proportionate before continuing the illustration. The whole time I drew her, I made sure to look at the reference images, of course. For those of you wondering why Soraka is my favorite character, it's quite simple. I just fell in love at first sight. She's such a pretty character with such an interesting character design. To be honest, just before making this video, I looked at her bio and tried to learn more about Soraka. And the more I knew about her, the more I loved her because she reminds me of myself in a way. I mean, if I was a champion in League, I'd obviously be some type of healer. Of course, a support. Because I'm not much of a fighter. I prefer protecting people, following them and helping them in their missions more than being the one fighting. Basically, if I was a champion, I would want to be Soraka or something similar. I mean, obviously, I'm a puppy. I'm not a celestial being that came to Earth to take care of people and show them the way to kindness and whatever. I mean, I'm not that much of a saint, but she's so amazing and I love her. I would be her friend, I swear. What about you? Would you be Soraka's friend? So, back to the illustration. As you can see, I'm just adding some detail, making sure to get her proportion right. Getting her body in, adding some flowy locks of hair, beautiful, and those nice wings that are so typical to this skin. It's so pretty, yes. So, yeah, it was quite fun. I enjoyed drawing this quite a bunch. And just looking at her pretty face while I was drawing. Okay, yeah, I'm obsessed, I know. Anyways, when I was looking at reference images, I realized that the skin looked a little different from what we see in game. In game, for some reason, the skin looks so colorful, so majestic and celestial as Soraka is. I mean, with so much glitter and light, it's beautiful. She looks like she's part of the stars. But for some reason, the references didn't show that about her. They showed something darker, more in the blue tones, more somber, I guess. Not as colorful and amazing as we see in the game. So I wanted to make sure that I caught that in this illustration. I wanted colors, glitter, I wanted light, I wanted majesticness. I mean, she is a celestial being, you know? So I had to make sure to put that in the illustration and figure out how to make it look good. So once the sketch was done, I started adding color, starting with the golden tones from her wings, her tiara thing, and her outfit. Damn words. As I went, I started adding a bit of depth to her face, adding more colors as we see in the reference image. I added some pinks, some purples to the face, and also those lines we see, the design on her cheeks. I personally find this part of illustrating the most fun, adding color, adding depth, adding shadows and lights. It's so much fun and it really makes the illustration come alive. As you can see, and you will see later on, I'm no pro yet. I'm still a beginner artist trying to learn my craft, learn how to draw as efficient as possible and make sure it looks pretty in the end. So this is just me making trial and error, trying to get Soraka as pretty as I can. So now we can start seeing a little more detail, way more color in the illustration. Of course, following reference as I go. Made her outfit purple, added some gold touches, made sure everything stayed soft and cute and queenie. I also added some blue tones, some blue filters on top to make sure it stayed soft and glowy, the way I see Soraka in League of Legends. Quickly I noticed that the illustration was maybe a little too pale, a little too glowy, and it needed a little bit of contrast. So I made sure to make the background a little darker to make Soraka pop, to make her look like she was the one creating that light, that glow effect. And also I added some colors in her hair, a little bit of depth, a little bit of shine, a little bit of everything on your mind, you know, we make it look good. As I was adding layer and layer of darker colors to create that contrast, I really saw the illustration pop and come alive. Honestly, I was really proud of this illustration. Every time I draw, I feel like I'm experimenting, still learning a lot, and still trying to figure out what's my art style. So here, I was playing around with the colors, playing around with the shading, all of that amazing stuff, and honestly, I think it paid off. Here, we can see me adding a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of highlight to make her face pop even more. So I added that little glow on her lips, the highlights in her eyes, a couple hair strands coming out, and I thought that really was the touch that was needed in this illustration. It makes it look so nice and different than what I usually do. I like it. Here we can see me adding a bit of darker line art. Staying soft, of course. Not going for black completely, but with darker blue just to make the eyes pop a little. Because I thought everything was looking a little bland and needed a bit of a pop. So with the highlight and now the darker line art, I feel like it made the trick. To be honest, as I said, I'm no pro yet. I still feel like I have a lot to learn, When looking back at this illustration, I noticed that my illustrations are often very dull and need more detailing. So it's still the case with this illustration. I feel like I should redo it in a couple months when I learned more tricks on how to draw better. But so far, I think this is probably one of my favorite illustrations. Even though there's, like I said, those little details missing. It looks a little too sketchy to my liking, but meh. I was thinking that in the future, I would make some videos about learning different techniques. Maybe learning to draw in grayscale so I learned the values a little better, playing in the color wheel, and plenty of other stuff to improve my artwork. Of course, we need to constantly challenge each other and figure out how to improve our artwork to make it fulfill that inner part of us that needs to achieve perfect beauty and amazing Soraka art. So I'm gonna keep working on this illustration, and hopefully as I get better, we can make better artwork for everyone to enjoy. So yeah, if you like this type of content, make sure to let me know, leave a comment, like, and make sure to subscribe to see more content like this. Of course, I'm still learning, so let's hope that as time flows, as time goes, as I make videos, everything will start looking prettier and prettier and more pleasing to the eye. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Make sure to enjoy the rest of the video. And honestly, I suggest you stay till the end of the video because I got a little surprise. Yeah. Like have fun. Okie dokie.